over here a little bit. Well, this thing goes on mine. Go fix it for you. How are you? Give it a minute, see if it warms up in here. I'm going to try to get somewhat comfortable. Not that I'm going to be able to. I hurt. I'm sore. I've got bruising down the bone on my ribs, shoulder blades, a couple other places. But we got water.
Yes, we do. My toilet flushes.
And after about 10, 12 years, I finally got that bathroom sink hooked up. I don't have it hooked up to a drain. We got a 5-gallon bucket underneath it. I couldn't figure out what was underneath to work with. So Lane said, I'll just throw a bucket under there. I said, I'll go with that. Sampy.
That's Sampy. Hey, Joe, fix it for you.
So, Chris, howdy.
Hey, Chris.
So,
hi, Miss Alice.
I got to put a piece of insulation on the cold under the sink where it goes down under the floor. And then I got to start working some pieces of wood to start filling in the holes in the kitchen, under the sink, and behind the bathtub. After that, I'll be totally done. It may take me a few days. But,
at least you don't got to crawl under the house.
Well, unless that one elbow is leaking.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. But I'm going to make sure everything's dry, then I'm going to check it again. And if it ain't dripping, I ain't worrying about it. Trying to work with half done, half wet. Lord have mercy. But we got it done. I'm usually pretty adaptable. I can learn to work with just about anybody, even him. Weren't easy. You know, see, that's one of my souvenirs. That's another of my souvenirs.
Got one on top of his head.
Got one on top of my head. But all the roller coaster copper piping and galvanized piping is out. And we've got PEX run.
Didn't use shark bites to use the crimping? He has to use shark bite.
Use the shark bite faucet for the outside hydrant we put up on the wall of the house. Everything else is PEX. Oh, yeah. PEX is great. And, but it is a pain in the butt to cramp them to the fittings. I mean, an absolute pain. There got to be an easier way.
Shark bite.
Well, yeah, but couldn't convince.
I've done that.
Yeah. Would you use shark bite? Pop and done, pop and done, pop and done.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been done with it in half the time.
Instead of 1,500 trips to Lowe's.
Yeah. But Half Done didn't want to use shark bite.
It's okay.
He kept asking me on that hydrant being a shark bite. He said, all you got to do is just push it on there. I said, that's it. Showed him little teeth inside it. Yeah, because he didn't know about it. But then when I showed it to him, he was, oh, I know. I've seen that. I know about that.
Why are you asking how it done?
Well, that's the thing. When I first presented it to him, he was deer in the headlights, and I told him how it works. Then later on, I explained it to him again. He goes, yeah, I know. I've done those. No, you ain't. You lying SOB. I messed up on one crimp. He got to chide me about that. And he got to working down in the basement doing something. He screwed up 2 of them. Folks, he does not know how to eat humble pie. It was not setting well with him. He got humbled. I messed up 1, he messed up 2. I don't think I had to fix mine. Probably should have.
Well, you didn't have to take it off. What we did was went and got another piece.
I'm talking about up under there. And in the kitchen, I messed up a couple of times, but that was just me getting ahead of myself. But Elaine helped me figure it out and fix it without having to cut and redo. We just went and got another coupler and got it put together. 10J Homestead, how you doing? Been a while. Nice to see you.
Hey, Ted and Jessica.
It might be a touch better because it ain't got to go through all sorts of loop-de-loops and holes in the galvanized.
I started to say I'm actually pleased with the water pressure because it's probably as good, if not better, than what we had.
Now, the hot water is still low because we had it set to where it would be equal with the cold. I think somebody went to messing with it. So maybe tomorrow I'll go down there and we'll get on Messenger FaceTime, and I'll be down there. You be up here. I'll adjust down there. You let me know how it's doing up here.
Okay.
So that we can get the hot water back up the same pressure as the cold water. Like I said, I think I'd had it set. Brand new faucet in the kitchen, brand new faucet in the bathroom. There ain't no aerator on the shower, the tub. So they are clean. But I'm tired. I'm sore. I hurt. I got aches and pains. I've got bruised bones on my ribs and shoulder blades, my elbow. It's just disabled man with nerve damage just ain't supposed to be doing that stuff. He's 85, 87. And I was better being able to get up underneath the crawl space and do all that needed to be done up there.
He's 85. He'll be 86 in January.
Okay.
Only reason I know.
He gets around and does better than I do.
Yeah, it's because he turned 75 in 2015.
Right.
Because I cooked that big dinner for him.
Right. I get that, Chris. Chris, I ain't no plumber. I don't. Most I've done is fix leaks. Leaks come up, I have to replace stuff. I would fix the leaks and be done with it. And I had to do some jerry rigging of my own. Of course, my jerry rigging looked better than the jerry rigging that was there when I fixed the leak. But a lot of that jerry rigging was there before we moved here, 1973. See, I can imagine. And we never did figure out where the hot water galvanized from the kitchen to the basement was run under the ground up under there. But on the outside, you had that spigot coming up out the ground. A little ways down, they had teed it off at almost a 45-degree angle to go back into the kitchen from in front of the kitchen outside and run it up under the foundation and then up. How they run the hot water, we never figured that out. But every piece of visible piping that was there, yes, Mama Bear, we have water. Mama's happy. She got a toilet that flushes now.
Hey, Mama Bear.
On its own. And I'm probably going to be 2 or 3 months trying to recuperate from the damage I suffered. But it's done. I just got to fill in the holes in the floors and get that done. We got a pile of dishes in there ready to go.
Then we got the stuff we got to take back down to Lowe's
to return because we didn't need it. And I was going to do those dishes a while ago. Turn the hot water on, let it run a few minutes. It was still cold. I was, oh, shoot. I bet he didn't put those fuses back in for the water heater. So I had to go down to the basement and screw those fuses back in. Heard the hot water heater kick on.
Last night, Mama Bear. That's why I didn't go live, because they were finishing up.
And so after we get the dishes done, after this live, we do those dishes and get the kitchen cleaned up a little bit. She's going to help me take a shower. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it on my own. And I'm going to be using my shower bench. Because I just don't think I'm going to have the strength to stand up the whole time to get washed. 100% disabled nerve damage, and I did the majority of the hard work.
Yeah.
Because I did all the crimping. Well, 90% of it. I did 100% of it up underneath the house. I did 100% of it up inside the house. And I did a good bit of it down in the basement. Down there and putting the main line in. He did that one. And he did maybe 5 to 10 of them down in the basement. I did every one of the other crimps. And you got to put some strength to that crimper to crimp them things. Strength that I just don't have anymore. Took everything I had. Once upon a time, I could have pressed that thing no problem. Been like, what's hard about that? But being as I am, but we've got all new line, all new fittings, new faucets, except for the bathtub.
Well, bathtub practically new. It ain't been in but about 1.5 years, 2 years.
It's only been that long ago since I did that.
It ain't been that long at all, about 2 years.
Okay. And we're going to build us a little bit of a framework back there so we can secure that. And because right now it just sits there. It ain't hooked to no wood. They probably do, Chris, but it would have cost more than it was worth for no more than what we was going to use it for.
Yeah, that one that we bought, it was the cheapest one. It was $80.
That was 80.
$79.
Thought you said it was cheaper than that.
No, it was $79 and some change. That was the cheapest one they had.
And that was one you got a grunt with.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that, Chris. You're right. I might could have. Now, I ain't going to ask them about it because I'd get mad at myself if they had one I could have rented and made it easier. The most ideal thing for me would have been if I could have gotten my little sister's hubby to come down here and get it done. He does that sort of thing all the time. But they're about 70 miles away. It is 70 miles, ain't it?
Oh, that.
And he's really busy up there where he's at. There's one time we took some stuff up there, and one of the things we took up there was this little 50cc scooter I had. It wasn't running. And while we was there, Arlene, howdy.
Hey, Arlene.
And while we was there, he got that thing running. With makeshift tools, he used what he had on hand. And I felt bad for him. Because I had a whole bunch of tools down here I don't use. Just sitting here going to waste. So we took another trip up there a little while later. And I took a whole bunch of them tools with me. Including a chop saw and what was that, a 1/2 horsepower drill?
Something like that, yeah.
Old big stuff made out of steel. And a few other odds and ends. Well, we came back here. The very next day, he got a handyman job that my little sister told me he wouldn't have been able to do without those tools I brought him. And ever since that job, he's been getting more and more jobs, and he has become a huge name in that little town. There's some restaurant up there, and they was singing his praises because they said he pretty much saved their restaurant for them. So he stays busy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a camp up there for pretty much super rich kids. Does a lot of work out there for the guy. And the guy that owns that now owns the hardware that my little sis works at. And he knows she's the one been making that place work. And he gave her the money to do it.
Hey, Tina.
To restock, resupply, fix up, and everything else inside that store. And she has went to town on fixing that place back up again. Stocking it. Dana! Where's Flicky? And so ever since I gave him those tools, my little sis told me he got a job the very next day that he wouldn't have been able to do without those tools. And I just told her, I said, well, little sis, God knows. So God made me feel bad for watching him fix that scooter with makeshift tools. So I brought a whole bunch of tools that I had just sitting around down here. I still got more. I've talked to my little sister about coming down to get a lot of them and everything. She hadn't spoke on that.
Oh, Chris, they have a half inch of snow there, but everybody's doing good.
I feel sorry for you.
It ain't time for snow.
It's too early for that junk, especially down here. But I have heard it's supposed to turn really cold here over the next week.
Mm-hmm. There's supposed to be snow on the ground. Like I said, on the ground, but
yeah,
we talked about that.
So, like week. I kept telling her about this situation we've gone through. I'm not going to be mad at it. I'm going to look at it as a blessing in disguise. Because we got a whole new plumbing under the house. Stem to stern. Everything. To the washer back in that end of the house. To the outside spigot to the main line out here on the other end. Everything in between. Kitchen sink, toilet, bathtub, bathroom sink.
Speaking of, I gotta go check them sheets.
Washer. It's all redone. Every bit of it. All that old pipe been cut out and removed. And now it's all hung up against the floor joist everywhere. And insulated. We got those little foam insulators that go around them. Got the stove already and a fire built. Wood stove, I take it. Man, them right there, I agree with you. I hate it with a passion. I'd rather do sheetrock. And I don't like it. So the past week, I ain't been paying attention to videos, folks. So if y'all put stuff out there, I've missed it. I'm sorry. And I don't know if I'm going to start catching up anytime soon because I'm going to sit here and play my games on my little device and watch Renegade or something. And just totally veg out. Well, we got city water. We do have an old well out there. It dried up years ago. You like doing sheetrock? Somebody take his temperature. And I won't mess with electrical. I'll change out a light switch or an outlet. But I ain't messing with no electrical. I don't know really anything about it other than changing out light switches and outlets. Sheetrock is fun. Somebody send the white coats over there. Flicky! How you doing, girl? So, anyway, like I said, little piece of insulation, I start filling in holes. And once that's done, we're good.
Hey, hooked it up, Rob.
Huh?
I've got hot water to my cold water going into my washer.
And I explained it to him several times. Cold is on the left, hot is on the right.
Yeah.
And I told him that two, 3, 4 times.
He's the one that put the water in. Him and your mama. when they put the washer in that time, they run the lines for it while I was in the hospital having surgery.
We redid the lines. Cold's on the left, hot's on the right.
Yeah, I mean when they first did it, and then you redid the lines. Yeah.
So they've got them marked wrong.
No, it's marked cold and hot, but down there it's marked. It's wrong because there's hot water coming to the cold line.
And I told that man 4 or 5 times.
Hey, Evan. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Dale.
Which was which. All right, as long as we know about it now, though, I ain't gonna worry about it.
Yeah, Evan, we can just switch the hoses. Back there.
No, we can't either. We use PEX and crimps.
I'm talking about the washer, the water hoses, going to the water lines.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah.
You gonna make me do that?
Not right now. But it'll eventually have to be done, otherwise I'll be washing hot water all the time. Because it's sitting on cold and hot water's running through it.
Well, just use the one that says hot.
It still runs hot water. It was still running hot water. But I'll have to figure it out.
It can't.
I know, it's what was in the system as it was coming out. I have to turn it over. Yeah,
We'll take and remark them.
Yeah.
We'll scratch out what's there, and we'll put what is.
Yeah, just change the water hoses around.
Well, if we do that, then we'd be wrong again.
The water hoses.
If we scratch out what's marked and mark it what it is,
yeah.
Then if we switch the hoses, we'll still have it wrong. Because you'll be putting, think about it. You got cold marked here, but you got hot water.
All right.
All right. If you mark that out and mark it hot,
yeah,
that's your hot water.
Right.
And if you do the same on the other one, you got it.
Yeah.
Now, if you take and switch the hoses, you're going to have them marked wrong for which is which.
Honey,
think about it.
The cold water hose going to the cold water into the washer is hooked to the hot water line now. So if you unhook the cold water line from the washer to the hot water line, put it on the cold water line, it would be cold.
If we swap the hoses.
Yeah.
I'm saying scratch out what they're marked and put what they are marked to be. And mark them what they are.
I'm not scratching up my washer to do that when it's easy enough.
Not the washer. The pipe. At the valve. That's what it's been like all week with half done. So, yeah, we could swap the washer hoses, and that would fix the problem. Or we could just simply cross out the C on where hot water's coming to and put hot. Take what says hot, cross out the H, and put a C for cold. Problem solved. It don't get any simpler than that. So, but like I said, Dale, it's all fine. We got water. We're in business. We can get some stuff done now. She can catch up the washing, the laundry, and I can catch up the dishes and all those jugs we got and emptied out and had to use. We filled them back up beside the bathroom sink. We got some inside the kitchen. We're going to clear out a spot to put those. Solve a couple of problems doing that. and we'll be back to normal. Danimal! Goodness gracious. Long time, buddy. Yes, a long time. How you been, son?
Hi, Dan.
You been all right? Everything going okay? Okay, Dale, I got you. Dad, basket.
Thank you, Dale.
Remember what I told you Dad said that meant? um, I'm not sure if any of y'all know Danimal, but Danimal is a great guy. He does metal and woodworking. Uh, he does some great artistic work. Oh, you caught that, did you, Dale? Okay. Wow. 9 already? Danimal, I've always told you, I'm right here. You can get me on Facebook, FaceTime me. If you're having a hard time, message me. You know I've always been here to get you through. That hurts my feelings that you didn't hit me up. But whatever you went through, I hope you've got it over with and are done and with that and are looking up. Oh, cool. You can tell them hi from all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Chris, yeah, I know you'd know him, Chris. I just don't know who all does and who don't.
Yes, he got called out by Nana this morning for not doing devotionals anymore.
Maybe God telling you something there, Dale. God has his ways of telling us stuff. It's not always getting up in your face and speaking to you that way. It can be a big old deep as the seas no coming up from your gut. It can be in the thunder, it can be in the wind, or it can be in your wife telling you, hey, God's got all sorts of ways of talking to us if we're paying attention and listening.
Oh, Chris, sorry to hear that.
Sorry for your loss there, Chris.
I remember you mentioned him uh, last week or week before last.
'69. That's getting on up there. I'm not but 9 years away from that myself. But it's still sad. Still tragic. But like I've said, you know, God has us marked with an expiration date. We just don't know when it is. Only He does. Oh, so he's a dog face, huh? Oh. Oh. Fort Gordon. I've heard of that one. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I've heard of it. I hadn't heard of half the Marine Corps bases there are, but so anyway. Thanks to that.
What?
Thanks to him, I'm still not done.
This is an easy fix. It's just taking the hoses out and swapping them around.
On the machine.
No, just from the vacuum machine to the faucets.
Oh, that felt good. It hurt, but it felt good.
Yeah. The cold water line that goes from the vacuum machine, just take it off that faucet, put it on the other faucet.
If y'all heard that pop, that was my right knee. It popped 3 times. My knees are a problem because I got bursitis in both of them. Have had for decades. Anyway, I was going to go wash the dishes earlier and was running the hot water and it never did warm up. I'm like, I bet he didn't put those fuses back in. So I went back down to the basement. Sure enough, he hadn't had them screwed in. So I've been waiting on the water heater to get warmed up.
You go ahead and wait on hot water for sure now.
Why is that?
Because I washed those sheets, now I'm washing that quilt.
That's fine.
And it's taking the hot water.
Yeah. Well, it might be a good kind. I ain't got the good kind, Dale. I've got bruised ribs, bruised shoulder blades. I'm talking about in the bone. And just got unloaded a bit ago. Met up with Clayton at Certified Fishing Nut for a weekend of camping and fishing. Had to deal with crazy wind the whole time, but had a great time. I'm glad you had a good time. How is Clayton?
Seems like everybody's either going fishing or hunting. Fishing or hunting. Clayton's going there.
Yeah, he's a nut.
I like Clayton.
I like him. Just saying, he's a nut.
Mm-hmm.
I did the Saints, Dale.
The only one that Piggy didn't do was the ones to the washer. He did everything under the house and the sinks because
In the house, under the house, I did.
in the basement, halfway there.
And I got him right on the water heater. I thought I had him right on the washer. Oh well.
You probably had him right. He just didn't listen to you.
True.
Because you're right. It is cold and hot. The cold's on the left and the hot's on the right. Because I looked to make sure everything was turned right. Okay, hot water coming out the cold spigot, so I know it's wrong.
Right. Well, what we'll have to do is cut those valves off, have you run the washer to get enough to get the water out the lines,
Yeah.
and then I'll switch them around.
Chris, it gotta go for now.
All right, Chris, you take care.
You and Miss Alice have a good evening.
Up through the wind, caught some fish. Some didn't even know we had till we reeled in to check bait. Cooked some really good food. Just enjoyed our time together. That's good.
That's okay, darling.
But there were some rough times trying to work with him getting that done, but we got it done. We moved this outside hydrant from where it was coming up out of the ground and put it over on the wall. So now it's out of the way, insulated. And now that spigot won't be a hazard coming out that carport door in the back. In case you was to trip up on that threshold, you could potentially land on that spigot. Now it's gone and it's on the wall. And it'll make it easier for Half Done to mow the yard because he won't have to be dodging that pipe sticking out the ground. But he'd asked me, I thought about moving it, putting it up on the wall. And I said, well, I hadn't thought about it, but if you'd like to, I guess we could. It makes sense. I would have gone live, but with the wind and lack of action, we both decided not to. Clayton recorded a lot, and we'll be posting video of the trip, though. Oh, that's cool. Gotcha. Did I mention I hate plumbing? I can do it. He was trying. He was doing it by flying by the seat of your pants type doing it. I wanted to sit down and plan it out. Oh, we don't need to do that. Trust me, if we had, it would have made a lot of things a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
We could have planned it out. We could have known better what we wanted and needed and have attacked it that way. We still got it done. It still looks good. It's up off the ground. It's not just hanging up in the air in the basement. It's up against the floor joist.
Yeah, it is contagious because I'm sitting here doing it too.
Wish you had the said that. But the worst of it's out of the way. Just a few things to put finishing touches on it. And we can get back on track. Not that we was on much of a track anyway. We don't have to take my aunt down to the daycare no more, so our time is once again ours. So it worked out good because we had to quit doing that, and then this happened. So not having to do that allowed me to be there full time. I'll be there at 10 o'clock.
Shut up, 3.
2 or 3 o'clock that afternoon, he'd show up. You know beans that Piggy doesn't know. Okay, you're going to have to explain that one to me.
As I said, Piggy don't know a lot about beans. He knows there's pinto beans and white beans and green beans and peas.
All I know is she cooks good. She cooks something, I eat. I ain't got to know what it is.
Maggie's cat. Okay.
I figured it was a cat or a dog.
I was thinking Maggie was a dog. I didn't know it was a cat. I had cats work. I got 3 cats.
We got 3 left.
Yeah. 3 out of 11.
Yeah. We'd had up to 11 cats at one time. No dog yet. Yeah, cats pretty well take care of themselves. You just put some food and water out, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And when they want lovin's, they'll come get lovin's.
Oh, they demand lovins.
And when they don't want lovin's, they ain't gonna let you love them.
They look at you like you stink and walk off.
Uh-huh. I don't want no part of you right now. Go away. I straightened up my little corner here a little bit. I still want to do more with that. We might need to take our vitamins tonight. We ain't been taking our vitamins all week. We've just been messed up.
I've actually been feeling a little bit better getting straightened out.
Well, that's because it's done for the most part. See, the stress is going away. She's been stressed out real bad all week, y'all.
It's kind of better from American.
Right? All them idiots up there on the hill won't get their heads out their butts and do what's right. I hadn't seen a Carl's Jr. out here in decades. I don't think there was ever a Carl's Jr. out here. We had Hardee's.
Yeah, Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are the same thing. It's just different locations.
Right. I remember when McDonald's actually had real food.
I can remember when eating out at a fast food joint was a treat and not an everyday occurrence.
Right. Oh, I'm sore. I'm sore. Got a lot of pulled muscles. I am mucked up. Because there's been a whole lot of muckery going on around here.
Yeah, now I've been seeing a lot of places getting closed. Talking about closing down Denny's, and there was 2 other restaurants they're going to close down a lot of.
But you know what? I'm still going to have a great day every day anyway, even on my worst day, because I got to live through it anyhow. So I might as well smile about it.
I just want to smile about it.
I'm going to do some complaining over the next few weeks as I'm healing up. But I'm still going to have a great day. In spite of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well. Better than being mad about it and complaining about it. And everything being ticked off about it. Yeah, it just makes you feel bad. But folks, I'm tired. I got a load of dishes ahead of me. And
yeah, I could do them, but he don't like the way I wash dishes.
well, down the thing is with nerve damage, there is no elasticity in the muscles. I tried to exercise and to get back in shape and get past the soreness. I could never get past the soreness, and I went for weeks trying. It's like starting over every single time. After they dig around in your neck and inside your spinal column and around your spinal cord, and you know, I was told surgeries like the one I had will take away your strength and muscle elasticity and all that. That's one of the reasons why I'm 100% disabled. They had to remove shards of stuff from around my spinal cord that had been sawing on my spinal cord. That's why I've got nerve damage.
Yeah, ours been sitting right at a week, pretty much, because no water. First 2 days we went and bought water. Then he got that uh, faucet out there hooked up where we could have water.
And then I was the one that had to do the hardest parts of doing this job.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever see my neurologist that did the surgery, I'm not going to tell him about it because he'll get on my butt. I'm not supposed to be doing stuff like that. But half done and the troll have no understanding. They don't get that. They don't understand it. Somebody with a hangnail is in more pain than I am, as far as they're concerned. He started getting an idea after a couple times seeing me fall and collapse and everything else out there.
I didn't know you fell out there.
Well, not far, just from my hands and knees. When I come crawling out from underneath that crawl space.
Oh, okay.
And then getting up, about fell getting up.
Hey, Josie.
Josie! How are we?
My arm started shaking again.
Oh. Yeah, early. I don't know if it's still there. Yeah.
Yours is doing the same thing.
I stretched my arm out to grab my mouse right here, and my arm was just sitting there just trembling. 30!
Hey, Tish.
How you doing, girl? I think I'm gonna get off of here in a minute and let her finish what she's doing. See if I can run me some hot water and fill up my sinks. Do me some dishwashing. If I haven't done sat here too. Alvin!
Hi, Alvin. Have not heard anything about Mama Linda. I sent message after message. I might say check with Jesse and Lisa. They might know. Lazy days ahead.
Wisconsin getting snow. Yeah, I want to do that with the dishes, but it's quite possible I've done sat here long enough that I might have a hard time getting back up and going.
Well, I'm just gonna put it this way: them dishes that set that long, they can set another day if they have to.
Well, if they have to, but I kind of like the idea of a clean kitchen. So in the morning, when I'm getting hungry and you still in bed, I can cook me up them biscuits and sausage.
Well, I've been checking Josie on that part, and I haven't seen anything. So she may just be to the point where she can't get in touch with anybody on YouTube or Facebook or anything. But I keep checking.
If she's still with us, she's probably spending most of her time sleeping, only waking up for meds or whatnot.
So Linda Carp had a heart attack. I hate to hear that.
Oh,
Happens it's almost time for cookies.
she was the one that gave me the inspiration for Piggy Spittles.
I don't know, Josie. It may be. I know she said that she can't access Facebook.
Well, what's got me is the last I heard is her daughter came up there to be with her, and her daughter don't hardly ever come up there for nothing.
Yeah, it might be. Because she's been having a lot of problems with the laptop and everything, and her health, and so I try to keep as much track as I can, but without having actual way to get in touch with her. Linda Peterson.
Mama Linda.
Yeah. It's
Touchdown Rams. I take it you're rooting for the Rams there, Danimal? Who they playing against?
Linda Carp's in a nursing home for recovery.
We'll be praying for her.
Yeah, definitely.
If you get a word out there, tell her we love her.
I was born out of yes.
Because no word on Mama Linda, and Linda Carp had a heart attack. Nursing home to recover. Yeah, definitely be praying for them.
Most definitely. Buffalo Bills, Bears.
So you didn't have to watch that train wreck?
I wouldn't watch Trainwreck anyway. I don't watch them.
Y'all know us, we ain't into sports. We all do, Danimal. I hate to hear bad things on anybody. Even my enemies. I may not like them, don't mean I wish anything bad on them.
Gotta go feed the outside animals. I understand.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get over here so I can see what maybe I can get done. It might be an early night for me. I don't know. All right, Purdy.
You too, hon.
Y'all take care. Y'all think about it. Piggy loves you.